Have you ever wondered what happens when a town just disappears? Not from a map, but from life itself. These aren't just ghost towns, they're living wounds, places where the American dream went to die. Today, we're not just sightseeing, we're journeying into forgotten America, peeling back layers to find the human stories buried beneath the silence. We'll explore why these towns faded, what secrets they hold, and what they can teach us about ourselves. The stories you're about to hear are raw, real, and will stay with you long after this video ends. Now, let's step into the shadows. Our first stop is Centralia, Pennsylvania, a town where the ground beneath your feet is literally on fire, and has been for over 60 years. It all began in 1962, when a landfill fire ignited an exposed coal seam. What started as a small blaze became an unstoppable underground inferno. At first, no one worried. But the fire crept through abandoned mining tunnels, a silent monster beneath the town. Residents noticed smoke seeping from cracks, sulfur in the air, and gardens warm even in winter. The turning point came in 1981, when a sinkhole opened beneath a boy's feet, nearly killing him. That's when the government intervened, offering to buy out every property and relocate residents. Most left, their homes demolished, leaving only a handful of stubborn holdouts. Today, Centralia is a grid of empty, overgrown streets, nature reclaiming what industry abandoned. The famous graffiti highway stands as a colorful memorial to a town erased by fire. The few who stayed became legends, refusing to let go of their identity, even as danger lurked below. Now only a handful remain. Centralia is more than a fire story. It's a lesson in consequences, a warning of how small mistakes can spiral into catastrophe. The coal that built the town ultimately destroyed it. Some fires, once started, can never truly be put out. It forces us to ask, what invisible fires are burning beneath our own communities? Next, we travel south to Cairo, Illinois, once destined to be a great American city at the meeting of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers. In the 1800s, Cairo thrived as a hub of trade and transport, filled with grand mansions and theaters. But beneath the prosperity, racial tensions simmered. The civil rights era brought boycotts, violence, and a community torn apart. Businesses closed, families fled, and the population plummeted from over 15,000 to fewer than 1,500. Today, Cairo is a ghost haunting the riverbanks, blocks of boarded-up buildings and abandoned homes. The silence is deafening, a powerful reminder of what happens when a community turns on itself. Cairo's story isn't about natural disaster or simple decline. It's about self-destruction fueled by hate. The town's potential was destroyed from within. Yet a few remain, loyal to the memory of what Cairo once was. Their presence asks, can a place so broken ever be healed? Cairo stands as a monument to the American dream deferred, a warning that a house divided cannot stand. Now, to the high desert of California. Bodie, a gold rush town that lived fast and died young. Founded in 1859, Bodie exploded into a wild boomtown of 10,000, with saloons, brothels, and violence. The gold ran out, and people left as quickly as they came. By the early 1900s, Bodie was nearly abandoned, a fire in 1932 sealing its fate. But Bodie wasn't erased. It was preserved in arrested decay. Buildings are maintained but not restored, left exactly as they were when the last residents walked away. Today, you can peer into homes with tables still set, see dusty cans in the store, and books open in the schoolhouse. It's a haunting time capsule, a portal to the moment the dream died. Bodie is the ultimate symbol of America's boom and bust cycle, a monument to ambition and impermanence. It reminds us how quickly fortunes and towns can vanish into dust. Next, we visit Gary, Indiana, a city built on steel and the promise of the American dream. Founded in 1906 by U.S. Steel, Gary boomed with jobs and prosperity, drawing people from across the country. But when the steel industry declined, so did Gary. Automation and foreign competition gutted the mills, and the city began a long, painful decline. The population fell from 180,000 to under 70,000. Abandoned buildings and empty lots now define the landscape. The iconic City Methodist Church stands as a hollowed-out shell, a symbol of lost grandeur. But Gary isn't just a story of decay. People still live here, fighting for their city's future. Community gardens, art projects, and new businesses are signs of hope amid the ruins. Gary's story is a stark reminder of the human cost of deindustrialization and a testament to resilience. Some towns are abandoned by fire or economic collapse. Picher, Oklahoma, was abandoned by poison. Once a booming mining town, Picher supplied lead and zinc for America's wars. But the mining left behind mountains of toxic waste, chat, laced with heavy metals. Children played on these piles, unaware of the danger. Toxic water seeped into homes, and children's blood showed dangerous lead levels. The ground, riddled with tunnels, was at risk of collapse. The EPA declared Picher one of America's most toxic places. The government bought out residents, but leaving was slow and painful. A tornado in 2008 destroyed what little remained. Today, Picher is gone. Just empty streets and gray chat piles. It's a toxic graveyard, a tragedy of environmental neglect, and a warning about the price of progress without foresight. Some places seem cursed. Dudleytown, Connecticut, is one of them. Founded in the 1740s, it was always a hard place to live. Rocky, isolated, and poor for farming. Legends of a family curse, madness, and mysterious deaths grew as the village struggled. By the early 1900s, Dudleytown was abandoned, reclaimed by Forrest. Historians say the curse is myth. Mental illness and epidemics explain the tragedies. But the legend endures, drawing ghost hunters and thrill seekers. Today, Dudleytown is private property, off-limits, and nearly swallowed by trees. Only a few stone foundations remain. Dudleytown exists more as a story than a place, a symbol of our fascination with the unknown and the supernatural explanations we seek for suffering. Our final story. Times Beach, Missouri. A town erased by a single catastrophic mistake. Founded as a summer getaway, Times Beach was a quiet community with one problem: dusty roads. In the 1970s, the town hired Russell Bliss to spray waste oil to control the dust. Unbeknownst to residents, Bliss mixed in chemical waste contaminated with dioxin, one of the most toxic compounds known. Animals died, residents fell ill, but the cause remained a mystery for years. In 1982, the EPA discovered dioxin levels over 100 times the safe limit. Floodwaters spread the contamination everywhere. The government ordered a complete evacuation. Residents left everything behind. The town was bought out, demolished, and the soil incinerated. Today, Times Beach is gone, now a state park atop a toxic scar. It's a memorial to a town erased by a man trying to save a few bucks. We've walked through streets of fire, poison, and forgotten dreams. These towns are more than sad stories. They're part of America's complex tapestry. They force us to confront the consequences of our ambitions and failures. These are cautionary tales, deeply human and worth remembering. Which story resonated with you most? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching, for listening, and for caring. Until next time, stay curious.